Hello students, as a class test was conducted on 16 August on the chapter Some Basic Concepts of Chemistry. So let us discuss these question answers which is shared in the class test. Which of the following is a compound? First question is, which of the following is a compound? Here the options are given: graphite, steam, milk, gold. First of all, let us check the option graphite. Graphite is a form of a carbon. As you have learned in the previous classes, graphite and diamond are the form of carbon. So carbon cannot be considered as a compound. So this option is a wrong option. Second option, steam. Steam is a form of water. That means water in the liquid state, when it is heated or boiled, it converted into the gaseous state. At the time, it is a physical process, and in this process, the water which is in the liquid state is converted into water in the gaseous state. So, during this process, we can see that the formula is still H2O. That means H2O is made up of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atom. What it shows that? It shows that it is a compound. As we have discussed the definition for compound is made up of 2 or more than number of atoms, of different type of atoms. When it combine, it forms compound. So this option can be our answer, but let's check the other also. Other options. What are the other options? Milk. Milk is a mixture. It's not a compound, it's a mixture, because it is made up of 2 to more components. Like water we have in this, fat content is there, protein content is there. So it cannot be called as a compound. It is a mixture. Gold, it is an atom. You can see that gold is an atom which is not a compound. From this, it is clear that steam is the correct option. That is a compound. Second question. The empirical formula of sucrose is, the 4 options which is given here, you have to select which is the correct option for the empirical formula of sucrose. Before going into empirical formula for any compound, you must know its molecular formula. What is the molecular formula for sucrose? That is C12H22O11. This is the molecular formula for sucrose. Now take the ratio here, 12:22:11. Now take it the simplest form. You cannot take it into the simpler form further. So this is the simplest form. So what we can say that empirical formula is defined as the formula which shows the number of atoms in the simple ratio. So in this case, the empirical formula and the molecular formula is same. That is C12H22O11. Next question. Total number of atoms present in 4 molecules of NaCl. Here, first of all, you need to focus on this point, 4 molecules of Na. What it means? 1 molecule of NaCl. How we write like this? This is 1 molecule of NaCl. So, but in the question, it is given 4 molecules. So, we'll write it 4 times. NaCl, NaCl, NaCl. So, now count the number of atoms present in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, there are total 8 numbers of atoms present in it. But you need not to do in this way. Better how you can do this one, because it is 4 molecule. That's why it is easy to make 4 times. But if it is of 100 molecules, no need to write it 100 times. What you need actually to do here, That is 4 molecules of NaCl means 4 NaCl. What do you mean by 4 molecules of NaCl? 4 NaCl. That means this 4 is related to both the terms. So when you find it out, there is 4 sodium atom and there is 4 Cl atom. So total we can say 4 plus 4, 8. Total 8 atoms are present in 4 molecules of NaCl. So the correct option is 8. Question number 4. While writing the number, that is 0.00823 in the scientific notation, the exponent will be dash. So that you need to find out the exponent. So first of all, better you write it this number into scientific notation form. So I am writing this number 0.00823. I am copying as it is from the problem 0.00823. Now in the scientific notation, that means this is the first non-zero number. We need to shift the digit here. So that means we need to shift the point from here to here. So our answer will be 8.23 into 10 raised to power. Count the number of digits in between the 2 points, that is 1, 2, 3. So it will be 10 raised to power 3 because you are shifting towards on this side, that is towards right hand side, so it will come negative value. So what is the exponent we got from here? That is minus 3. So minus 3 is the correct option. So such type of problem, instead of asking the direct about the scientific notation, the problem was asked upon the exponent. So you need to do such type of question in this way. Next question. 1 AMU is the quantity of mass equal to 1/12 of the mass of an atom of dash. It is the definition which we have already discussed in the case of AMU. It is a definition. In this, the mass, the quantity of the mass is compared with the mass of, that is C12 isotope. So this is the option which all of you has done correctly, that is a C12 isotope. Next question. Molecular mass of glucose is dash AMU. So the values are given here. You need to find out the molecular mass. So how we find out the molecular mass? Before finding out the molecular mass, you should know what will be the formula, molecular formula for glucose. That is, it is a familiar compound for all, that is C6H12O6. So you need to calculate the molecular mass, that is the mass of 6 carbon plus mass of 12 carbon plus mass of 6 oxygen. When you do the sum, you will get the answer, that is 180. This is the problem which we have already discussed. So when you count it, you will be getting 180. So that is atomic mass of carbon into 6, atomic mass of hydrogen into 12, atomic mass of oxygen into 6. When you make the sum, you will get 180. So the correct option is 180. Next question. The number of moles of carbon atom in 5 molecules of glucose. Here the mole concept you need to discuss here. 5 moles of glucose. So first of all, write down the formula for glucose, that is C6H12O6. This is the molecular formula for glucose. Now the question is 5 moles of glucose. That means this is 5 moles of glucose. You need to find out the number of moles of carbon atom. It is not asked for number of carbon atom. It is asked for number of moles of carbon atom. So let first discuss for 1 mole of glucose. In 1 mole of glucose, as in the formula, you can see that there are 6 carbon atom. So what we can say that there are 6 moles of carbon atom, 12 moles of hydrogen and 6 moles of oxygen. That is in the case of 1 mole of this. In the 1 mole of this, there are 6 mole of carbon, 12 mole of hydrogen, 6 mole of oxygen. That is depending upon the formula, you can say. But the question is for calculate the number of moles of carbon in 5 moles. In 5 moles, that means you need to calculate this for 5 moles into 5. So that means you have to multiply the each term with 5. You have to multiply each term with 5. Let me write once again this one clearly. That is the molecule having 6 number of carbon, 12 number of hydrogen, 1 and 6 number of oxygen. So 5 moles means 5 times of this. It gives the value like this. That is 5 into 6. That will be the carbon. 12 into 5. That will be hydrogen number. And 5 into 6. That will be the oxygen number. So the question is asked for carbon. So we can say that 5 into 6, that is equal to 30. 30 is the correct answer. So if the question is asked for the number of moles of hydrogen, then what will be the answer? For hydrogen, if the question is asked, find out the number of moles of hydrogen atom in the 5 moles of glucose. So you can say that hydrogen have 12 number in this. So 12 into 5, that will give the answer. So that is all about this question. So the answer is 30. Next question. If the concentration of the solution is expressed as 10 m, small m is represented here, then the small m stands for what? So as we have discussed in the case of solution, concentration can be represented in terms of molality, mole fraction, molarity. So as I told you, the unit molality, what is the unit? That is mole per kg. The unit for mole fraction is not, no unit is there, and for this molarity it is mole per liter. So I told you mole per kg is represented by unit small m, and mole per liter, the unit can be represented as capital M. So for molarity, the unit is represented in capital M. For molality, the unit is represented in small m. So which one is the correct option here? That is the correct option is the option first. That is molality. Look at here. There is slight difference in the spelling of molality and molarity. So be careful when you are attempting this type of question. Next question. Molar volume of all the gases at standard temperature pressure is equal to. This is a straightforward question, that in the standard temperature pressure all the gases have a same volume, that is molar volume, that is equal to 22.4 liters. So this is the correct option. Next, what is the charge on the sulphate ion? As I have given a list of ions to you and I told you to learn the each ion, its name and its charge. So, and it is a familiar ion, that is a sulphate ion is a quite familiar to you, that is SO4 2 negative. That is a sulphate ion. And so what is the charge on the sulphate ion? That is -2. So what we can say that -2 is the correct option. So we got the answer here, that is -2. -2 is the correct option. Next question. Question number 11. Mass of 0.1 mole of methane, that is the formula is given here, methane, that is CH4, is dash. It's a 2-mark question, so be careful when you are doing with a problem. Solve it and find it out the answer. So the question is, you need to find out the mass of 0.1 mole of methane. First of all, find out the molar mass for this one. What will be the molar mass for methane? How you find out molecular mass? That is the mass of carbon. What is the mass of carbon? 12 is the mass of carbon. Into, there is one number of carbon atom, that's why into 1, plus there are 4 number of hydrogen, therefore 4 into, and atomic mass is 1 for hydrogen. So when you solve this one, 12 in plus 4, that will be equal to 16. So 16 is the molar mass. That means the mass of, we can say 16 is the mass of 1 mole of methane. It is the 16 is the mass of 1 mole of methane. But in the question it is given 0.1 mole. For 1 mole the mass is 16. So how much will be the mass for 0.1 mole? That is 16 into 0.1. That will be give rise to the value 1.6. So the correct option is 1.6. So whatever number of moles is given to you, you have to multiply that number of moles with the molar mass. So you will get the answer. So what is the answer for this one? That is 1.6. This question is, a solution is prepared by dissolving 10 gram of NaOH in 100 ml of solution. So first of all, identify the given terms. What is given here? 10 gram of NaOH. So from this it is clear that NaOH is the solute and the 10 gram of NaOH is dissolved. So 10 gram of NaOH dissolved means that is the given mass is 10 here, 10 gram. And molar mass that you need to find out from the formula NaOH. When you find out the molar mass by making the sum of mass of atomic mass of sodium plus atomic mass of oxygen plus atomic mass of hydrogen, when you make the sum you will get value 40. You will get the value 40. So that is the molar mass, 40 gram per mole, that is the molar mass for NaOH. Now what is actually you need to find out? You need to find out its molarity. So we need to apply the formula for molarity. Molarity is equal to, that is number of moles divided by volume of solution in liters. Volume of the solution in liters. Since here ml is given, so you need to multiply by 1000. I told you whenever if it is given in ml, the volume of solution, you have to multiply with 1000. So what is n here? N is the W by M is equal to N. What is N here? N is equal to W by M, that is number of moles is equal to the given mass by molar mass. So when you solve here you will get that is substitute the value here. So we'll get that is 10 by 40 divided by V. V is the volume, that is 100 is given to us, 100 ml is given, so we need to multiply by 1000. So that is, once again I will write this one here, there is no space, so I will write it once again. So we'll be getting like this. So the molarity is equal to given mass by molar mass, that is the number of moles, as we have done here. It is 10 by 40 divided by volume of solution is 100 and because it is given in ml, so we need to multiply by 1000. So when you solve this one, you will get 2.5 m. Capital M represent here mole per liter. So this is the correct answer which we have solved here. So you have to identify from the option which is the correct option which got this value, that is 2.5 m. So whenever the problem is given to you, solve it in a paper and find it out the answer, then only click the correct option. And also in problems, be careful with the units. It may be the unit will be get changed. So that also you need to find it out in this. In this all the units are same, so no problem with the units. So this is all about the questions and the problems which is asked in the test. So all of you note it down the answer. Those who have mistaken, make the correction in the notebook. Thank you everyone.